So what's good? We back. Another episode of Unsolicited Views.
Oh, no,
Oh, shit. It was empty space there. I'm like, oh, man, there's no yo.
No, it's usually, you introduce everybody.
Oh, yeah. What's good? We back. Another episode of Unsolicited Views. It's Maul. It's
Yo.
John. Oh, wow. That was abrupt. Sid, gracious with being on camera today.
Oh, yeah.
She gets on camera every 5 episodes or so.
I'm cool with that.
All right. Yeah,
rotation,
so
yeah.
She came on camera today. Thank you for coming on camera. Mel's not here. Mel's out. He's indisposed at the moment. But he'll be back soon.
Indisposed.
Yeah.
He's a wild boy for that, yeah.
But we here. Another month of another week of Black History.
Another month.
So let me tell y'all something, right? So we get this pod started. It's supposed to be at 10 o'clock. It is now
11:39.
11:39, and we just getting started.
This is why every time we leave, because we come in to have breakfast.
Yeah,
so
by
the time we leave, I'm like, lunch.
Yeah,
we be here so long.
Yeah, partially it is my fault.
Yeah. But I mean, we also not in rush, any rush. And
not today. Yeah,
and luckily, my daughter doesn't have a soccer game, so
with no soccer and no football season, we're good.
I'm about to say
football season. Yo, John. Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna need you on time.
Melvin be tripping about that. Yo, it's the game's at 1.
Yeah, he would have been bugging today.
Oh no, he would have been bugging. Super Bowl.
He would have been like, I'm.
But Super Bowl don't start till like 6:30 though,
Yeah.
so we had a little bit more time. But it's probably like the prep beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the prep. The prep is crazy,
especially if you like hosting a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
party.
if he was hosting something, he would have been.
Oh no, we would have just quit
some
this.
Meats and
I'm gonna say
yeah,
it would probably been canceled.
It would have been canceled. I would
we
have
could have just done it together while eating wings or something.
Like a mukbang.
Yeah.
We should do one of those.
Mukbang.
I'm down with it.
We should do one of those. But we here another episode of Unsolicited Views. A shout out to Ron for last episode.
Mr. Ronnie Ham.
Yeah, Ronnie Ham came on. He talks about gratefulness. It was really good. I liked that episode a lot.
It was
good.
Did y'all go into y'all weeks feeling more grateful?
Yeah, I try to talk gratefulness. I had a moment this week with my wife. I was trying to be a lot more gratitude. Mm-hmm. I did something. I usually, all right, I don't want this to sound wrong, but I took some especially accountability this week for something I did. For my wife. Not against her, but something I did that may have hurt her feelings.
Oh,
and I took accountability. I felt good about taking accountability.
Oh, look at that growth.
He'll grow.
This probably be making us grow.
I am growing
beautiful.
just a little bit.
It's beautiful.
I'm gonna show her and a grower.
Oh, okay.
Hey, fucking yeah.
You get it. All
This
right.
nigga right here.
Nah.
Like all them people that was online this week.
Right. Oh man, we will get to that.
All that leak footage.
Right.
Yeah. But on one thing, I wanted to all our listenership. We are dropping YouTube videos consistently. One thing we have gotten better with this year. So make sure you check us out on YouTube. We try to drop our YouTube the day after our episode goes live on all the DSPs.
So on Wednesdays,
iTunes, Spotify, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Should we pull off a Spotify, guys?
Why? Oh.
Or the whole Joe Rogan shit.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But how do y'all feel about it? Like, are you willing to boycott Spotify because of your feelings about that?
I can't even say I'm a boycott. I don't even listen to Spotify.
I don't use Spotify.
Oh, so then
the only thing I know about Spotify is our podcast is on there.
But how do you feel about the situation with Joe Rogan?
I think it's not surprising. I think he's been complicit for a long time. Yeah. He's white. He gets away with kind of stuff.
Well, that's what my confusion is. It's like y'all didn't notice before y'all gave him that deal. Like I feel like everybody. I was very much aware of who he was as a person before he was even on Spotify. Okay. So it's just, I'm like, maybe y'all knew this and y'all didn't think it would come back on y'all.
I just don't see how he gets what he gets.
They probably thought it would fly under the radar.
That
like they try to sweep it under the rug and think like all that dirt would be under there. Then somebody kick the rug real quick
until you got there's a lump in the rug.
Yeah, now it's a lump. Somebody's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, so do y'all think it'll recover? Like, do y'all think?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be
eventually.
This is gonna be a point.
It's probably gonna be like a buyout or something. I don't think they're gonna get rid of him because like,
they never said how long his deal was for. Anyway.
I'm gonna say, but I think he's like the money maker for Spotify.
I know Fox would love to have him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, funny, what? Because if they did let him go, they know immediately he would just get a deal somewhere else. So that's why they probably won't.
He didn't even need a deal. I don't know why he did it.
Yeah, he did it
for that millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's true. Upfront money is always great.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So I was one of our guests that's coming on our pod. What do y'all think our podcast is mainly about? What when y'all think about our pod? Like, what does y'all think our focus is?
Relationships.
Yeah, I'm saying, I think.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Okay, what you think?
It's a lot of relationships, a lot of personal experiences. Like just
that's what I thought. Yeah, I'd say personal experiences.
But I think relationships fall into the umbrella of personal like
experiences
and shit.
So we one of those dating ass pods.
No, because most of y'all aren't dating.
Okay,
right
yeah.
now.
I just didn't want to be in that box.
No, I'm saying
No.
Because I always thought we just give a male perspective on very common things.
You definitely give a male perspective.
definitely.
Because I don't think we try to.
A lot of that
Toxic and
conversation
non-toxic.
usually contains relationship.
Yeah, because that's niggas' experiences.
I thought we don't give relationships. I thought it was more so giving our opinion on like kind of
Based on how y'all.
I don't say it's relationships though, but I don't know. In my mind, it's not really relationships, but I don't know. But I guess it is.
But we also on the listeners.
We are. So listeners, tell us what y'all think our pod is about, and also tell us, and slide in our DMs, emails, do whatever you need to do. Let us know some things you want us to talk about. We're open books here.
And if you're still listening on Spotify, leave a review.
Yeah, leave a review on Spotify. Also on our
Fuck
Anchor.
that nigga.
We use Anchor. You can actually send back a voice note.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I don't want to hear no voice notes. Voice notes are probably the most annoying thing ever.
Voice notes are trash, and I hate when people send them to me.
Because my
Really?
thing about voice notes is
It takes more time on my day.
It does because now you have to sit there and listen, and if the phone locks, now if you wasn't paying attention to the time marker, now you got to listen through it all the way through or try to skip through.
I actually figured out how to rewind on voice notes on your phones. I still don't know how to do it on mine. But
I mean, you can rewind it, but I'm talking about like if it locks, it starts right back over.
It's also what I'm doing. So, for example, a voice note, if I'm out and about, I can read a text and keep pushing. A voice note, I have to stop. That's why I don't like FaceTime, really.
But do you also realize that, like, because I very sparingly use voice notes, but I only do it when, like, it's easier than typing out this whole exhaustive story.
But it's easier for you, harder for the other person
I'm
to
gonna
receive.
say it's harder. It's way harder for us to receive.
They suck to receive. Because also, in your mind, when you see something written, you can go back and
I go back and respond to it. If it's something I missed, I'll go back and respond to it.
You see the details. So I know, okay, she said that. Oh, I need to make sure I answer that question. I'm listening back to this message like 5 times. Like, it's like ridiculous.
Like, if I listen to it like 3 times and I didn't get that to the 3rd time,
now, call me.
Either call me or I'm just going to go ahead and gloss over that and keep it pushing.
See, he's worse than me.
I'm
just going to respond like, oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, damn, that's crazy.
Somebody said something to me. Say, yo, you get my voice message? Yeah, I did.
You got to.
Oh, something We exposed something. No, somebody said, did you get my voice note? And I said, yeah. And I didn't listen to it. So call me later.
So call me later.
It's just.
But see, that's just letting them know, like, hey, just, we'll talk later. We'll touch base later.
I ain't got time for all that.
I probably won't even say that. I'm like, oh, yeah. If anything, I'll go back and listen to it when I actually had time. But I just have to remember to actually go back and listen to it.
Correct.
Gotcha. Interesting.
So we got a couple things. So y'all want to start with the side piece stuff?
We can.
So it is Valentine's Day. So by the time you hear this, it will not be Valentine's Day. It'll be Sneaky Link / Side Piece Day. So all the side pieces, shout out to you because I mean you did something to get this far.
And Discount Candy Day.
Oh yeah. All hold on before we even get there. When y'all was in elementary school, what was y'all Valentine's Day like? Did you get a lot of them on your desk?
No.
Damn, you didn't?
No.
That's why.
I'm a little fat kid.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That hurt me. I hurt my feelings.
But
you used to shit in elementary school, huh?
That's why they moved towards like getting one for the whole class.
I wasn't a shit, but like, so the whole thing with Valentine's Day is your mom used to take you to Walmart, Target, whatever.
Yeah, the whole class got
pack.
Yeah, the whole class got some.
You write one for each of your friends, and you put it on their desk.
It was for the whole class.
I only got the ones for my friends. Yeah.
So like you didn't get like
the whole class.
I don't think.
I should love for everybody.
At my point, they didn't do the whole class thing. I know that's what they've moved towards now, so that no kids feel left out. But in my day and age,
no love
they
left
didn't
behind.
do the whole class.
Oh no, I mean I got a couple of Valentine's Day from some little hot 4th graders that was trying to get in my
and like in our middle school, they used to do the little
notebook.
telegrams.
Oh yeah, the little
yeah. So that was
one of them.
I shot my shot in high school.
Them telegrams with them lollipop.
We did the flowers. So what happened is at lunchtime the day before, you can get a flowergram sent, but it came during homeroom the next day. So at lunch,
everybody see that joint.
It was only for mass public display of affection. You winning,
right?
But also you did I did a couple of them. I did one particular one. I did it anonymous. So what I did is at lunch I did it anonymous the whole day. She's trying to figure out who sent me this. You know, man, that was gold.
Was that Sharon?
I always wanted one of those.
That's wild.
That was when me and Sherelle was not together. And yeah, she always reminds me of the times.
Yo went from John to Romeo real quick.
Yeah, she always reminds me of the time I was a dirtbag. I said I was a child. I said I wasn't even 20 years old when I had my dirtbag days. I said I had the right to be a dirtbag in high school.
I said, oh damn, you weren't even mature. You was a dust bag.
I was a dust bag. Like you can't even be mad at me. I wasn't nigging shit. I was a nig. I wasn't even a nigga.
I'm gonna say he was a dust mite. You wasn't a dirt bag yet.
Yeah, the worst. I mean, if we talking about that, the worst thing I remember, I had left. Sherelle had a car, my wife, and I had a BlackBerry phone, and I was BBMing this one young lady. It wasn't nothing crazy, but the fact that I was even talking.
And them
to
BBMs they don't delete either.
Yeah,
they there forever.
And I left my phone in her car, got out. She had my phone. And mind you, we live like 10, 15 minutes away, but at the same time, I have a car.
Right.
Man, I dusted myself off. I had to find some keys, and I got over there quick as I could. Out there on the curb saying, baby, please.
Baby, please.
That was a hard hole to get out of. I've had some, like that was the worst. I was young.
But you know what? But see, you know what? That built the character who you are today, though. See, you had that experience. You had that experience at an early age.
Yeah,
true.
Because most niggas at that age, like, oh shit, this shit too deep to get out of. Fuck it, I'm gonna keep pushing.
Oh no, I never said fuck it. I always.
But I was saying, like, you actually dug yourself back out of that hole.
What's your biggest dig out?
My biggest dig out?
Out of a hole that like. You know you did something egregious against a woman, and you know you had to get back in her good graces. What was your biggest get back?
My biggest get back.
What did you do? Grand gesture.
Grand gesture. I know it was a lot of apologizing, and a lot of money spent.
So what's your apologize game like?
Oh, I'm pretty apologetic, but see, I think with me, I would have to show it because I think at that point in time, like. If it gets to that point where I had to like actually show like I'm sorry, the words only mean but so much.
Mm-hmm.
So what's just
what that action?
So break it down. What is in the mall's I'm sorry stimulus package?
You said the stimulus package.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what it really is. When you, I'm sorry, you got to create a stimulus.
I'm gonna say at that point you gotta bring out the love language deluxe package.
Okay, so do you go get the book?
No, you got to hit all the love languages with like different activities. Like you got to show words like words of affirmation. You got to have gifts.
So you got to write a little.
Yeah, you got to have the gifts. You got to spend the time. I mean, you got to spend the time because you can't hang out with your niggas no more for a minute.
Nah, you do. You got to boycott your friends.
You on punishment.
Yeah, you are. You are focused on one thing only.
You on punishment. You can't go outside.
Nah, you ain't trying.
So you got a bad report card and shit.
That is exactly it. You got a bad report card.
So now you really got to.
Have you always been successful? Have you ever not been able to get a said young lady back?
Not that I. Yeah, no. I've been pretty good.
Yeah, he like, no, I can get them all back.
Sid, have you? But I say, being a woman, have you ever been on the other side of that where you're trying to get back? Mm-hmm. What have you done so egregious?
I mean,
what you been out here in the
streets?
You ain't
asked him what he did.
I mean,
you asked what he did.
But
get back.
I think because I think more so because the notion is that niggas always fucking up.
Yeah,
and
so
women don't fuck up.
We know we fuck up.
Yeah, I'm saying it's expected for us to be fuck ups.
And mines haven't even been all cheating.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I never cheated. That's not the thing.
I think he classified as cheating. I wouldn't classify it as cheating.
Here we go. Here's the bullshit. Go ahead.
See, that sounds like it's an asterisk to it.
Yeah, that's why I'm using the dog.
So you want to know the whole story?
No,
I'm saying you can give us the summary.
Essentially, like we were talking, and I slept with somebody else.
That wasn't cheating.
All right, hold on. That's not cheating.
No, we wasn't in a relationship.
If y'all not in a relationship,
we had been talking for 2 months at the time, I believe.
Okay.
Fuck no. Still in the trial period.
But what did it was I didn't know they knew each other. And when I found out they knew each other, I didn't say anything. So he was upset that I didn't say anything.
So you was hitting the homies.
Unintentionally.
So homie hopping.
I didn't know they knew each other. Are
they still friends after that?
Well, see, and this is the thing. I don't really think they was actually friends at that time.
It's just the fact that they were associates and know each other.
Right. And that I didn't say anything. But when I smashed, I didn't know that.
You smashed them both at the same time? Like, did you have overlap from smashing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I only smashed the other person. I only
player.
smashed the other person once. It really wasn't worth it, to be honest.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Then you gonna say your dick was trash?
It was.
No, you're reckless.
Like,
Me
damn.
and Maul are saints.
What?
Oh my God.
We've never done that egregious.
I don't believe that, but okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
That sounds like something only a woman could do.
But so no, he was upset that I
Well,
didn't.
a woman could get away with.
Yeah, we couldn't get away with
No,
that.
I couldn't get away with it. We didn't get back together.
Oh, so you
But y'all
ain't
want,
trying to get...
y'all want
No, I
really
tried, but he wasn't.
Women don't try to get back.
I did.
What you do?
I drove to his state because he lived in a different state. I went out there, spent the weekend with him. Like I tried all these things, and he was just over.
Showing up ain't enough. What did you do?
I said sorry. I mean, I was broke.
That's
I
it.
said sorry.
Mom pulled out the stimmy. And
I
you just
didn't
say
have money. I
sorry?
was in grad school without
Oh,
a job. Like what
You ain't
the
write a
fuck?
love note or nothing?
Yeah, it's a bunch of text messages.
Yo.
And
she,
phone calls.
She ain't hit me when I said love note.
I'm gonna say you ain't hit it with the Ruben.
See, that's
Sorry.
one thing. I don't think women know how to be in the doghouse.
That's not true.
Women don't know how to be in a doghouse.
Okay.
We look.
No, because they'll just take the house and leave the dog by himself.
Exactly. We made the dog. We are the pioneers. Like if you
Ain't no
wanna-
doghouse without us in it.
Exactly. We know how to live and exist in a doghouse. Y'all don't know how to live in those compromising spaces.
I don't.
You
agree.
ever get the silent treatment
Yes.
and live with it
Yes.
and still had to coexist and still
Yes.
and that person still waiting for you to fuck up while they're being silent. And you got to remember everything when you're not used to remembering. You used to ask him, "What do you want me to do?" So now you sitting there like, "Damn, I got to take notes and shit because you don't want to talk." So you never been there? You been there?
I said yes.
I don't believe you
multiple
said
times.
because you didn't even write a love note when you went up there. Because you just went up there and said, "My presence is enough." What?
No, it wasn't that my present. I'm like, I'm spending time with you. I came out.
You ever
here.
send any had to put any songs on voicemails?
Have I ever put a song on a voicemail?
Yeah,
No.
to get back, you had to play a song on a voicemail to like let them know how you really feel.
No.
Be like, look, I know we're not talking, but here's a little token, and you just.
I drove
put the
back
Jodeci
down
on
there
there?
for his 30th. I tried to do a lot.
You just tried.
I did.
So let's, in light of the holiday is called Side Piece Day. Has anybody ever been a side piece? Well, I don't think I've been a side piece.
I've been.
Oh, you've been a side piece?
Yeah.
Oh, you elected to be the side?
like a willing, yeah.
What kind of side are you? No, so let's look about sides.
Mashed
Let's
potatoes.
do it with a plate, right?
No.
Are you the mac and cheese?
I'm
Or
the
are
mac and
you
cheese mixed with the yams, B.
Damn. Are you a good side piece?
Right.
Because for me, like it's about a fun time.
Okay.
I'm all about
It's
the
about
quality.
a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
That's a high bar you just set. You the mac and the sweet potatoes?
Yeah. Like what you want me? Mashed potatoes with gravy? I mean, they're pretty good too, but it has to be
You don't
like
want me to dry as turkey?
nah. That's not a side. That's the main. That's
you're
an
right,
entree.
you're
nigga.
right,
Yeah,
that would be an entree. See, it depends. It depends on who you
See,
who you
the
talking to.
thing is, it won't be dry as turkey. You won't need the mac and cheese and the yams. You just get some mashed potatoes or some shit.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And some
Talking
gravy
his
and
shit.
casserole.
What I say?
What's your side piece? Would you say, what
I have never knowingly
would you like a spinach?
agreed to be a side piece. So
Oh, for real?
yeah.
Sometimes better that way.
Is it really?
I think I wouldn't. Me personally, if I was in this situation, don't tell me.
I think I want.
I would rather want to know.
I would know.
But you know you don't stop
I
being
would
the
know.
side.
Not necessarily. I might
No.
agree to it.
I'm gonna say because it might be
But I
that good of a
I can set
situation.
my expectation.
Yeah,
I can imagine it's just less stress being the side.
yeah. It's
'Cause
all.
you don't absorb the full blows of the
It's
relationship.
all the benefits without the responsibility.
Right.
If you, yeah,
Yes.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Not my experience.
No, it's all the benefits.
It's
without
it's literally like a
So,
high paying remote job with unlimited PTO.
If you're a side, you know you're not a side when you feel, and when you don't feel, when you start to feel responsibility. When you start to feel responsibility, that means you're not just a side. It's something
Yeah.
more.
And that's what I'm
That's
saying.
where
I
the
don't think I've ever
transition-
knowingly been in that situation.
Oh, okay. That's why-
Because I'd be having feelings and shit.
Oh yeah, so you're not a good side.
Everybody has feelings.
You need to. Okay, so you like to be main. Okay. I get it.
said what?
But men are probably better side pieces than women. But the thing is,
Actually,
women.
Y'all
men-
act like that because y'all act like y'all ain't got feelings,
no, we got feelings. We just know how to compartmentalize them
which is a good thing.
in certain situations. Yeah, that's a yo,
Men are better side pieces.
yeah.
Because women when they like
They
to
wanna
be
air
number one.
shit out.
Yeah, they will let the chopper sing.
Yeah.
They
Men
will
look
let
like,
that
all
chopper
right,
sing.
man. You hit me and him.
I would agree that I think most female side pieces are trying to come for the number one spot.
Yeah.
And then,
That's not side
Then when
piece.
the main is gone and they don't become the main, they get upset. It's like, but you was never gonna be a main.
You was a side.
right. You
see,
were playing your
You
role.
can never be the chicken. You are. You know.
But see, that's why you gotta be. That's why as a side, you gotta be a quality side.
That is true. The food
because
you
you
touch.
never gonna want to get rid of the macaroni.
I'm gonna say
No, you never get rid of the mac.
Yeah,
Unless you get a little older, the dairy start messing with you. That's the thing. That's men maturity. That's the dairy. You like, I gotta get rid of the dairy.
Yeah.
That's when the side get pushed aside.
Oh
See?
man, I gotta go on the keto diet. I gotta get rid of all these carbs.
Exactly. Get rid of the carbs. That's a man about.
Actually, no. I
that's
have
a man about
agreed
45.
to be a side piece before.
You said what?
I said I have agreed to be a side piece before, but still, again, my feelings got involved.
Do y'all judge people that are side pieces?
No.
No.
Mm.
I'm
know how I
only
feel
gonna
about
judge the person that has the side piece.
I'm
I'm
gonna say,
never
yeah.
gonna judge the side piece.
I'm about to say
Wow.
yeah, because you didn't.
they don't owe
you didn't.
anybody
I'm gonna say they don't owe any. You didn't make the commitment.
Right.
That's not your responsibility
Right.
to make their love life work out.
Right. Now,
You in it for
I
you.
never thought about that perspective.
Yeah. No.
You in it for you.
The person in the relationship is the one with the responsibility.
That's
But
why
you're not enabling them to
Sure. Yeah.
breach the contract.
My-
Yep.
my-
But
my-
they didn't sign a contract. The side
Yeah.
piece didn't sign any contract.
I'm gonna say they didn't make no vows. They didn't sign no
They
contract.
didn't agree
Damn.
to shit. They didn't commit to nothing.
Nothing.
Y'all teaching me. I didn't even think about it like that. I always thought about it like you just as guilty as the person that.
My- my-
No.
no,
The
you-
only
you
time
could be-
I will say a side piece is just as guilty as the person cheating.
It's when they
is
had the
when
feelings.
Maybe they were friends with the girl.
Oh,
or
no,
like
that's
stuff
just-
like
that's-
that.
that's a whole
Yeah,
different level.
that's when it's
yeah,
wrong.
that might be. And I think the only time I will judge them is when they get their feelings involved because you knew what you was getting yourself into.
But it's
Ah,
real
that's a
hard to
hard
like
thing
turn
to-
off
Yeah.
feelings.
That's a hard.
But that's why I've always ended up in the position of having feelings, and it don't.
Like,
I
you
can
knew what
never
you was getting yourself
stay a
into.
side piece for too long.
So and that's why I struggle when people that say they I believe people can be poly, but it's hard. I can imagine that still being hard though, because you get certain attached to one particular person.
But
I think there's a false view that poly people don't get jealous. Everybody
Yeah.
still
Oh,
gets
okay,
jealous.
Definitely, yeah.
It's how you react
manage
to that
how you react,
jealousy.
how you respond to it, how
Okay.
you manage
Yeah,
that
so
time.
it can get hard, but you have to communicate. You have to be open, and you have to learn how to work with it. And if you can continue through
Yeah.
this, like,
What is your plan
it's
of
not
action to make it
necessarily
work?
easy. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think a lot of times I know this from like talking to different people with different experiences. They said a lot of times if they're the side, once they become the main, they like I prefer.
It changes.
never
Yeah,
wanted it, yeah.
because
It's literally like
Well-
if you're like an assistant manager versus being the manager.
right, there's more pressure.
Well, I think sometimes from like my experience as a side, like you don't experience them in their totality. You experience
Oh, the
a
best
small
side, the best
piece
pieces,
of
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
the best
yeah.
And
pieces.
so then you
Yeah.
like, well, wait, I don't even know if I want to be a man because I don't really know you, nigga.
And,
Like,
no, well, see,
That's true.
The thing is, as the side, you experience all the best parts,
That's
but-
true.
or
but-
just the dick, but yeah.
which probably might be their best part.
That is true. I never thought about it like
They
that.
might have shit else to bring,
Fact.
but that's the one thing.
Hold on, but being a side is it only about sex?
Nah.
For, in my experience.
It can be sex.
I thought it could be companionship.
It's genuine companionship. I think it'd be more so companionship.
I just don't like
See,
enough
I don't.
to do all that.
Because
maybe.
honestly, there would be no sides if nothing was already missing or lacking. The side wouldn't exist.
I mean, you do have to have a whole plate.
Yeah. So that means if the plate didn't have an empty spot,
That's true.
the
Oh
side
my
won't be
God.
there.
There's always at least two other compartments after the meat.
I don't agree with that.
No, but think about it. Look how the tray
But
set
you
up.
talking
You got
about
a big
food.
piece.
I'm talking about actual
But
relationships.
food is life.
People that people cheat.
Something's lacking or missing.
And so every time somebody cheats, it's because something was missing. No, I don't
probably.
agree with that.
Most of the time.
Most of the
Missing
time.
in their relationship or
Let me-
missing in their head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 90% of it was something missing to that
Yeah.
person. That person
Oh, okay.
deemed
Yeah,
something
yeah.
was
So
missing.
that's
I'ma
why I
say,
said
it-
in
it might
them
not-
or in the relationship.
No,
That's
to
why
them, but to them it could be lacking within the relationship. Like they
Yeah.
could be there with their partner every single day, but yet still feel lonely.
That's very true.
That could
But
be their
I
own
just-
insecurities too, though.
Yeah.
That's what
Fact,
okay.
yeah.
So I will agree that 90% of the time it may be something lacking in the individual, not necessarily in the relationship.
But
Agreed.
it could be both, though.
It could be, yes.
so, like,
but
for
I just-
example, it
Or it
could be just,
as a result of
yeah,
the relationship.
Exactly. You're not giving me enough affection. You're not giving me enough
that
attention.
those
Or
situations definitely.
you're not speaking my love language. So, therefore, I'm trying to seek it elsewhere.
But that work
I just
husband
don't
though.
like the narrative that people cheat because their partner isn't doing something enough. Because it's not, a lot of times it's not the partner's fault.
That is true, but it still can be centered on the insecurity of that person.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But ultimately, no, I think that is true, though. But that don't mean where it origins from is still not right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because you have a problem, that doesn't mean
That
you
don't
go out
mean
and
you.
cheat.
That's true. Yeah.
You're supposed to try to deal with it because it could be really that person.
No,
That
you
person,
don't. No, you don't deal with it. You try to make it. You try
Right.
to work through it.
that person can drive you to cheat, but that does not mean you're not responsible
Yeah.
That's true.
for cheating.
That's true.
That's like if once you make your bed, you gotta lay in it.
Right.
So whatever happens after you already committed to cheating, after whatever comes after that, like
you have to accept those.
You have to accept that.
Yeah.
You think as a society, like I would say society, more so our generation, millennials and the ones after, I only count, are so like cheating is now like
A standard.
normal.
It's normal. It's normalized. Yeah, I think it's normalized, but it's not talked about as much until different the relationship's finally over. Like I think more so like everybody always stress like, oh, if you really want to fight for it.
So I have a good point on that, fighting for it, right? So there's a difference between, I believe, fighting for a relationship and fighting for a person.
Agreed.
So like if that person is trying not to, I found this on is a podcast I listen to called See the Thing Is. Bridget Kelly said fighting for a person is not fighting for a relationship.
Yep.
Fighting for a relationship means we're both trying to figure this out.
Right.
And if you're not fighting with me,
it's double effort.
Yeah. So like if we say, for example, let's use the most common situation. We're in a relationship, somebody cheats. We know I cheated. I apologize, and we're trying to bridge the gap.
Right.
We no longer are fighting. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting to mend what was broken.
Agreed.
So therefore,
that's gonna be way harder said than done.
It does, but it's effort on both sides.
And I think I read this in a book somewhere, but like if you've been cheated on at a point, you have to agree to forgive and work.
You have to.
Otherwise, if
leave it in the past,
or just let it go. Yeah, let the relationship go. Because now at this point, you just suffer resentment.
Something has to get left. Either you leave the cheating in the past and work towards something better, or you leave the relationship altogether and move on.
Right.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times people try to. I think that's one of the most unfair. Not cheating don't have to be the thing. Sometimes people consider that the most egregious. But when you're fighting in a relationship, when I say fighting, it's not always abusive.
And it's not always physical cheating.
It's not always physical. But it's just like when you're in a relationship, resentment, I think, is the silent killer of most relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
and that's for so many reasons.
Oh, my God, yeah.
You could have resentment because they are not doing what you asked of them. They're not doing enough. They're not putting enough effort. All of those things can definitely build resentment without conversation and without seeing change.
And you don't realize until it actually all blows up.
Yep.
Right.
Like, damn.
But it's like, I asked 50, 11 times what you want me to do.
I think one thing
ask 50, 12.
I normalized in my... I normalized, me and Sherelle normalized my relationship, and it seemed weird at first. You have to tell people, you have to tell your partner what you don't like about them. In terms of, like, my wife considers me annoying, right?
I can see that.
I appreciate her.
I can see that.
At one point, I didn't appreciate it, and I felt it was bad. But I'm like, I'm glad she tells me.
Yeah.
That I get on her nerves. Yeah. So at least I know.
But the thing is,
you're not surprised.
But at the same time, you see, like, she loves you through your annoyance.
Right. How annoying I am.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
nobody's perfect.
Hell yeah. I mean,
you're really.
I'm damn close,
learning,
but yeah, you're right.
Hey, yo.
Annoying. Learning to love someone is learning to love their imperfections. When you're choosing someone, you're really choosing what imperfections am I willing to tolerate. It's if they've never changed from today. Am I willing to deal with these
for the duration?
These what's the word I'm looking for? Some inconsistencies or whatever.
Imperfections.
Am I willing to deal with these imperfections for the rest of my life? That's the decision you have to make when you're choosing a partner.
And in totality, I think a lot of people don't realize is everybody looking for a perfect person. There's no such thing.
Yeah,
it's perfect for you.
Yeah, and I think that's why I think that's the biggest. I hate to be the relationship guy, but that is. I think that's the biggest stoppage of relationships. The one time somebody breached, or one inconsistency, or one thing you don't like.
Yeah.
The one time that they said, "Ugh, I don't like that about."
All it takes is one time.
And that's what fucks up most relationships.
Yeah.
You really got to learn how much shit you want to put up with.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure everybody got their shit to go with them. So.
And everybody has a limit of shit they're willing to deal with.
But to end off the side piece segment, do you give the side piece a gift on Valentine's Day?
My simp ass does.
Damn. Really?
I really enjoy giving gifts.
See,
it gives me more joy than
you too emotional.
And this is why being a side piece doesn't work.
That's
for
not
me.
for you.
Like, damn, where you get that gift from? I ain't buy you that.
Yeah, you.
It's just like you mentioned that you would like it here, like. And then I don't be getting shit.
Pass me that powder, yeah, since you ain't drinking.
What you need? Oh, is your problem that you love too hard?
Yes, of course. I'm a Pisces.
Oh, okay. Is Melvin a Pisces?
No, he's an
Aries.
Aries. He's right after us.
What they do?
He goes 0 to 100
what
real
they
quick.
do?
Melvin never liked that though.
I think when he gets there, he's there.
Yeah.
Which is why he avoids getting there.
I've seen Mel mad like once, maybe.
I think the 0 to 100 ness shows up more in female Aries than in male Aries. The male Aries I know, they just avoid getting to that 100. Whereas the female Aries, they just be going 0 to 100 all the time.
Oh, okay.
From my experience, don't jump on me, any Aries out there. But
interesting. Talk about this article that you sent. We can just summarize that and get to something else.
So, on my former podcast, Good Girls Behaving Badly.
Can you clip this and put it on y'all page so we can get y'all followers?
Oh,
Go ahead. I'm messing with you.
We had a blog and a podcast, and one of our top blogs to this day, even though all of the images in the blog are broken because I wrote the blog 6 years ago at this point, was how to be a side piece, how to be a successful side piece. And a lot of women at the time got mad at me because they like, just don't do it. And that's not the point of the article. The point of the article is not telling people to be a side piece. But my point was, especially because I'm an emotional person, so I would know. My point was, if you are going to be a side piece, be prepared for these things.
Heartbreak.
Huh?
Heartbreak.
I mean, that's inevitable.
That's even with a main, So
yeah, that's inevitable.
So what's some of the things in the article?
Some of the key points in there.
Yeah, just give us the high points. The high points.
Now I gotta go and pull it back.
You wrote it though, right?
Yeah, I wrote it in 2016.
Oh, you gotta spit it off the
I was
dome.
in a whole relationship.
That's
Right
hold on. Can you
that's
be
hilarious.
Can you be a side in a relationship?
Yes.
You're in a relationship, but you're somebody else's side.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Now that's reckless.
Is it really?
It's a whole tree.
I'm gonna say I don't think it's I don't think that's it is reckless, but it's possible.
That's thug life, man. I can't live like that.
All right, so I had reading this back now from 6 years ago. It's hilarious.
You grown?
Okay. I mean,
Like,
I feel like I might still agree with some of these.
He was like, what the hell was I thinking?
I might have approached this article a little bit differently if I did it today. Rule number one was you don't matter.
Oh shit.
But
laughing. That's funny. That's not funny.
That's why I say I would approach it differently today.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's funny to look.
So you take all emotion and
back
feelings
at
out.
it. Yeah, literally. That's basically what the whole article is saying. And like I said, I could understand this because I'm a very emotional person. So I know like basically this article was saying all the things that I did wrong in my side piece experience and trying to tell people do the opposite of what I did.
Okay, good. I'm gonna let you finish. I got something to say though.
So number 2 was you'll never be the main.
Damn.
Number 3 was be quiet. Number 4 was be thankful for your place. Number 5 was basically don't be faithful. Because, like, he not being faithful for you, so why would you be faithful for him?
So don't be loyal to that. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's like a job.
Don't be stressful because you're an escape, so don't stress him out.
See? Something missing. An escape.
If they live with their main, all activities should occur elsewhere. Because if you having sex in their bed, then you asking to get caught.
Violating.
Right.
Damn.
And it's a violate.
Okay.
No pregnancies should occur. And if it does occur, you should be prepared to take the proper steps.
Proper steps.
Avoid all contact with the main and any existing children. If and when you get demoted, stay quiet. If there is ever a time where someone may learn about you, just deny it and stick with it.
Deniable plausibility.
Okay.
Avoid all social media interaction. Don't come to the main as a woman or as a man. And if all else fails, just be quiet.
That sound like you was in the mafia and they about to do a 25
It was.
years.
It sounded like a secret
That's
society.
wild, Joe.
Because the ongoing theme was don't say shit.
Shut up.
Yeah. 2016 Sydney was an interesting person.
You in that position? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
But I guess to round this off,
You think it? Don't say it.
since it's our Valentine's Day episode, all about love. We ain't talk about love. We talk about everything, but
right.
Valentine's Day is really
We call anti-Valentine's Day.
yeah, that's what it's called. That's our title, anti-Valentine's Day. It's the one who got away. That's what Valentine's Day reminding people of the most. You realize people talk about that the most on Valentine's Day, the ones that got away, not the ones that
I feel like
I
there's
thought
some
usually be around
restaurants
Thanksgiving.
out there that can definitely,
I would do a side piece day on my restaurant.
That's what I'm saying. The only restaurant I've ever seen do anything like that is Hooters. But
yeah,
there are
yeah,
some
yeah.
other restaurants that I feel like can do some marketing around
Get
the
hookahs.
anti-Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
But
thing.
what was I about to say? So let's talk about pick-me's. Are pick-me's pick-me's versus simps? I guess that's the thing.
Yeah.
So who's winning? Pick me's or simps? I think pick me's have it
definitely.
harder.
Oh, you have it harder?
Yeah.
Simps have it harder.
You think simps have it harder?
Yes, because both men and women come at their neck.
So who is simping? What is a simp nowadays?
I mean, I don't use the word simping, so
Have you ever been a simp?
I probably have.
I have.
I wouldn't see you as being a simp.
I can't see you simping much.
Yeah.
Also, I said I probably have, but I'm not. I can't say, oh yeah, I've been a simp.
But a simp, I mean, because a simp is essentially a male pick me, but a simp is a guy that would do anything for the attention of a woman, even if it's not to his benefit.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's a lie.
And so,
I can see. Yeah, that's a lie.
so like they trying to get their attention, like they're literally willing to do anything.
So what's the difference between a simp or somebody that's just trying to get to know a woman?
And
like,
so it's the
which is
difference
crazy.
is because sometimes I feel like people confuse that. The difference is if it's wanted. And if you keep going past the time that you realize it's not wanted.
So it's like that fine
Simping.
line of being persistent or what's the other word?
Pervy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
It's that fine line.
That's that fine, or like realizing that you're being taken advantage of. Like that's that line that you have to be careful of to becoming a simp. Whereas like for women, you're being a pick me if like you do anything for a man to choose you, even if it's not to your benefit. If you're intentionally going against all women, like other women, just so men will choose you. That's being a pick.
So how do you court if? So you saying like? All right, so a man.
It's a cold world out here.
Courting, you court someone that is interested in you.
But you don't know if somebody's interested, so you gotta simp a little.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's only simping if it's past the point of I'm not interested in you and you gonna keep going.
But don't women make men kind of simp in order to prove their worth?
No.
Yes.
No.
Hell yes.
Yes.
A woman will literally let you take on all these dates just to.
If you won't beat up a shark
to
in the middle
what?
of the ocean and drag the lion out there as a sacrifice, like, yo, do you really want me?
No, that's not true.
I just don't. I think. I don't know. I think simping's on the decline because I think men are starting to be like, look, I'm the prize
Fuck
too.
that shit,
You
yeah.
know your worth. That's good.
Yeah.
Y'all should know your
It's
worth.
good, but that's not in alignment with what women are talking.
Not at all.
Everyone should know their worth. Period.
Yeah, everybody. It sounds great,
But the thing is, your worth does not determine the worth of anyone else. So just because you know your worth, that doesn't mean that men are worth less. That's not what that means. Knowing your worth is not determined by the worth of your peers, of people you trying to date. That's not what it is.
I think
that's the misconception.
I think the narrative is like, yeah, you know your worth, and you're not worth.
How do you truly
and
determine?
that's the problem.
I'm saying, how do you truly determine your worth, though?
That's the problem I have with like.
Yeah, hold on. That's a great one.
How you truly
I
determine?
think we gotta get off of you know your worth. Your worth, you might not be worth what you think.
I'm about to say, because a lot of people think they gold, but in real life they pyrite.
Yeah.
What's based on your value?
Cuban zirconia.
They keep it zirconia.
I
Y'all
think
ain't
your
no
wor-
diamonds.
Your worth is based on your values. How do you align with the things that you value?
So you can't get worth if you're not in the market. The marketplace really gives you your value.
No,
I mean, yeah, in a
because
sense,
this
yeah.
is the thing. Because someone else might have very different values than you, so of course to them you're not worth as much. But if you are measuring yourself against your own values and saying that you measure up to them well, then you worth something.
Of course you call.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna put know your worth in the same bag as my truth in terms of the things that we gotta unpack this year.
Because I
I'm
feel
about to
like,
say.
especially like in dating, right, where like women feel like and only in this instance, when women say that a man should pay because they're spending their time. The man is spending their time too.
Right.
Like,
Time
is their
and- time and money.
less worth your
Sid,
time?
if somebody's listening, you know what they're gonna call you.
A pick me. Sure.
Oh, okay.
I say.
They don't like that. I think it's true too. You can't.
But especially on a first date, you are both unless y'all have
it's
known each
even.
other for a long time, you both are getting to know each other.
Yeah, we're in a platonic field.
So I feel like I never go into a date, and this is not saying that I've never had a first date paid for, but I never go into a date not being prepared to pay.
Yeah.
Because like, duh, like why would you do that?
I think that's going to end. I think that dies with patriarchy.
What?
I don't think so.
I don't
for
think. No,
first dates?
I think that's gonna stay around for a while.
Because some people like to treat the people that they're dating, men and
but
women.
see, I think it's like, and it's gonna sound bad, but women pick and choose what's part of patriarchy will stay around.
Because
He cooking.
and this is the thing.
Hold on. I say that. That's a whole nother episode. But go ahead.
And that's the thing is that like I think this whole perception that it's like you're either traditional or you're not.
Exactly,
It's not
yeah.
true. Most people are just in the gray. There are some things that you want to keep, and there are some things that you don't.
And
you create
it's a
what
lot
you
of
want
things.
your life
Yeah.
and your reality to be.
As a woman, would you say women have benefited greatly off of patriarchy?
No.
I beg to differ.
In what ways have we benefited?
So patriarchy also tells men that your job is to protect your woman
Yeah.
and provide for them.
You're the all provider.
Which is why we were property, which is why we...
Hold on. Before we get to that, come on.
Okay.
That's why our job is told to make provisions and do everything for women and children.
Right.
That's what patriarchy is grounded to.
Yes.
So it is some good in patriarchy.
It's good that I couldn't go get my own bank account if you beating my ass.
No. So,
That's how.
God.
Yo, she went straight to the deep end.
Yes.
She didn't walk. She didn't run down the steps. She ran around the pool and jumped into the 12
Abuse is
foot.
real. I get it. Sorry,
Jesus.
And I think
my prayers to all abuse survivors.
But
Oh
the truth
my
is,
God.
when a
Dealing with it
woman
currently. I
is
get
the
it.
property of someone else, it opens the door to being abused.
I'm saying part. That's why I said parts of.
Parts of that's what I said. Like, they
So the
pick and
part-
choose his parts.
I think the
You can-
hindrances outweigh the benefits.
I get it, but I can care for you, provide for you, and not beat your ass.
Agreed.
Like that's not that
But
don't gotta be.
that still should not limit my freedoms.
But what if So women, all right. So if you're a woman, no matter what you do in life, tell me if I'm wrong. It doesn't matter what career path you choose, what you do. At the end of the day, your life can be changed by running into a man. A man can change the totality of your life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men
but that
don't
can
have
happen
that.
if I run into a woman, like.
All right.
And if she's in the right
I
position.
I
Because
can't
that's
live.
more about power.
Okay, but I can't live my life and one day a woman's going to come and change my whole life. In terms
You
of,
don't think so?
In terms of financially,
You don't think so?
it's more rare.
Sure, because
A
we
woman
don't
ain't
make
going
as
out-
much as y'all.
No, not even that. Women ain't going out to go save a hoe.
I
Men-
don't. I disagree.
so I guess men are
there
natu-
are so
we're
many
natural
rich
simps.
women
We're
that
natural
do
simps.
be saving some niggas.
All men are simps.
I don't think so.
We have to be.
Okay.
It's in. If you want a man to lead, you have to call that simping too.
No.
Why isn't it? What is simp behavior? If a man's taking the lead, a man's taking charge, a man is making provisions, protecting, providing. Why is that not simp behavior? So is simp not real, or is it everybody simping?
is real, but I don't equate that to simping.
Why not?
Because simping is, I think what you're talking about with patriarchy is very much based in like ego, whereas simping,
Definitely.
you let all of your ego go. And that's why I feel like they're based in different things.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes
Because
sense.
I'm being a simp, I'm letting go of who I am, what I value, everything, just to get your ass.
I mean, it sounds like a lot of men in
Whereas-
relationships.
No.
Because a lot of times,
a lot of sacrifice.
That's what a woman wants.
Yeah.
Everyone in most healthy
Wants a man to simp.
relationships, both people sacrifice. Both.
I get it, but
And it's never going to be 50-50.
But sacrifice
Like,
I'm gonna say to what degree? Yeah. What percentage of sacrifice is going on?
both people are sacrificing, but like I said, it's never
But
going to
it's
be
never
50-50. That's
50-50.
not realistic.
Oh no, relationship. I mean, I think
It's ebbs and
Chris Rock
flows.
said that in his stand-up. He was saying, if you're looking for equality in a relationship, you should forget it.
Yeah, no, it's ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's going to be 70%.
But isn't that also part of like
Sometimes-
patriarchy and getting rid of it? Because more so based on like the equality.
situation.
Yeah.
Do you
Yes.
want equality for women? and
No,
men?
equity.
Okay, you want
I
equity?
like that.
Justice.
That's fine. Yeah, I like that. I can support that.
I don't agree with equality because and this is from a race perspective, from a gender perspective, because so much has been done to hinder us that no, we don't just need to be treated as equals. You need to make up for what we lost.
Okay.
That's in race and in woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to give me my reparations. Like I need to make up for what I lost, and then we can go be equal. But like we are so far from that point.
Yeah.
So no, I believe in equity because of yeah.
So all men simp. And to a degree, simping is not all bad. We put simping in the bad box.
I think it's bad because if you're willing to give up who you are just to get somebody, I don't think that's a good. I would never want that.
Because honestly, the fallout after that situation does not work out will probably be bad for every other woman after that.
They turn into Future.
You think Future's just been hurt?
Absolutely.
He probably put his all into Sierra, and he fucked, which is kind of
No,
crazy.
I think it was before Sierra.
You think so?
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like he put his all in Sierra, but even though he fucked that situation up, it was like
It could have been Sierra, but I feel like it was
Yeah.
before her. I think he had been hurt, and that's why he going around doing this.
Because at one point they really were in a good spot.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
But that, like, at the end of the day, we still going on public perception. We never know how they're
honestly, Future and Sierra are what Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are now.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh shit.
Like they were, I guess, the quote unquote goal.
I mean, that people did see them that way. Yeah, they sure did.
Like, oh, he loves her so much. Oh, she loves him so much. She's always down for that nigga.
But I do think there is a larger majority with this relationship that are willing to admit they do not like A$AP.
What's wrong with A$AP?
Because his views on women, on black women, especially dark women.
He separates himself. Like, I don't have nothing to do with that. Yeah. I don't like that. Blah blah. And while he could have grown,
I mean, he probably
changed,
we would never know though.
Especially because like Rihanna is very much
vocal
about who she is, and
which is kind of crazy,
equality and all those things.
I think that's probably how they got together.
And he could have changed as a person. Don't
I
get me
think
wrong.
I think
but
naturally
since
she
what
might
he said was public, people are gonna judge him on what.
And
he
as
did
you say
publicly.
that, he probably sacrificed that part of him to keep Rihanna.
You mean he grew?
Sacrifice.
Nah, I think sometimes people sacrifice, they don't grow.
So you sacrifice saying I ain't got shit
sacrifice.
to do with black
No, growth requires some type of sacrifice.
It does.
Sure.
So, like he said, like because
I really do hope that he grew.
Because prior to that, I'm pretty sure had the stuff he said he stood on.
I think.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, like,
because he was,
and I'm pretty sure a lot of things he stood on, she probably did not agree with. But for the sake of them working out for their relationship, even prior to them having child, it's like, yo, if this is what you want, like yo, what we doing?
I think, and I really do hope that's the case, especially because they're bringing a child into this world. I would hate for that child to come out just as dark as
honestly,
him.
He hasn't even come up with music.
Hear what he said.
Both of them stopped coming out with music.
I think
that's
it's a
because
difference.
they just living in bliss and she making money from.
All they do is
Avon.
pop up at fucking fashion shows.
She the new Avon lady.
Yeah, all they do is pop up at fashion shows and shit.
I would say Mo said something that was important. I think sacrifice and growth are not the same thing, and sometimes people confuse them. I think some people have the ability to sacrifice because they're in a situation, but they really aren't grown.
I agree.
So like they'll just suppress something for the time.
Yep.
No,
but they really ain't grow.
I never said it was the same thing, but I said something is sacrifice in order to grow, you have to lose something.
Oh, so you're saying even if you could be just growing the relationship, you might not be growing as a person. Yeah. But if this relationship gonna grow, I have to put this on.
Or even you could be growing as a person, but I understand it and saying like you are sacrificing who you once were to become a new person. Like and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
And that's not a bad thing because if it's for him, it's probably for the greater good.
It's not called simping.
No.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get
for him, it's probably for the greater good of family. He's sacrificing
for the benefit of his future child.
Exactly, for his family.
If his future child is a dark-skinned woman and hears what he said, and he is still that person, I feel sorry for that baby.
Oh yeah.
So I really do.
There's
gonna
be a lot of backlash with that.
I hope that he's grown.
Because that's a black motherfucker right there.
And that's why when people are like, you don't know who he is as a person. No, I don't. But I know what he said publicly, and since he has not denounced what he said publicly or changed what he said publicly, I can only judge him on what he said.
I didn't know A$AP got that kind of rap. You know, I don't be checking for A$AP like that.
When Trump got him out of jail and what was he in
you remember he was in Sweden? Sweden was in jail.
Yeah.
Trump got him out.
Him and Kodak. That's
got us a
pardon.
pardon.
He was wearing a red hat too.
Like, he got him a pardon. Yeah,
he got him a pardon.
Yeah, Kodak, Wayne, and A$AP out of jams.
And they touching different parts of the rap game.
All right, let's end it off with the Cigar Gate thing. Because that's going to get into our pick me since we found out who sent. Is that a llama on your background?
Hey, yo.
A lamb.
Oh,
not a llama.
A baby llama? It's like a baby llama. That's hilarious.
It's a lamb.
Oh, a lamb chop dinner.
It's a little cute lamb.
You like lambs?
No, I just thought it was a really cute picture. It made me smile. I was having like a bad day, so I changed my background.
Oh, that's what get you out of the funk, a lamb?
Not always, but it just made me smile.
Sometimes
that's all you
little
need.
Lamb chop.
Little lamb chop. You like, I could put that nigga on.
This is the song that never.
Oh yeah,
the lady that was doing my eyebrows once saw it. And she was like, "Oh my god, that's the cutest picture." I'm like, exactly.
Yeah, women are weird.
No, women are weirdos.
Weird as shit, yo.
But that's what makes them unique. Yo.
That is. That's why y'all not us.
Oh my god.
The world would be trash if it was just us.
I'm about to say, cause if we were just as weird as y'all, niggas.
Crazy. No, y'all make the aesthetic up. We would have horrible aesthetics in this world.
The minute we're weird as y'all, like, where was your dad at?
I hate when, as a side note, I hate when people come for women for having daddy issues, like the man wasn't the reason for the issues.
What you mean?
if you're a man,
okay,
and you like, that's why you got daddy issues. It's like, okay, so another man let me down and I have issues, and you coming at me for that? It was your kind that did it.
Your kind?
Your kind?
Are you not one of us?
We're all the same black human race. The human race, then we're black. We're all together.
And then you're a man.
And you're a
That's
woman.
divisive.
I don't think it's divisive. I think it's divisive to come at somebody for having.
How do you
daddy
fix a
issues.
girl with daddy issues? A
You
woman.
don't. They go to therapy. You can't fix that.
No, you can't fix that.
In
That's
their
true.
he-
I'm gonna say
healing
you could be there and
process.
support.
Yeah, you could definitely
But
support somebody through
it's
their
almost
healing
nothing
process.
you could do
But
about
you don't
that.
got clinical expertise.
Because
They need therapy.
the trauma by a dad can go way deeper than you.
What
can
happened when she be lying to her therapist though?
Well, see, and a lot of people,
A lot of their
because
therapists.
this exists in line to lawyers and therapists. I think you stop lying.
Tariq did it.
I'm about to say Davis McLean.
You
Yeah.
stop lying to your therapist when you are willing,
can't lie
when
to
you
me,
are
Tariq.
more so willing to heal and willing
So
to
as
be
a-
vulnerable.
So in a relationship, if they go into therapy and you like, they lying because I don't see no growth.
If they are willing, if eventually they get to the point where they are actually willing to grow, then they will start being honest with their therapist.
So
And
people-
sometimes you have to build trust with that person because you're not about to just go to a brand
random
new
ass person, yeah.
and be like, my daddy did this, and like you're not doing that in your
you don't know
first
them niggas from a
session.
can of paint. You
Right.
paying these niggas.
Because if you dropping like that, you could have went and told anybody.
So a man has told you had daddy issues?
No,
Oh, you think you have daddy issues?
probably yeah.
oh, shit.
I got parent issues, like
Parent issues?
yeah, both of them hoes.
You ever tell
Hey,
them?
both them.
Yeah.
You told your I
Oh
think
yeah,
we could do a
My
whole
mom
episode
is
on.
a social worker, so she was very much more open to like hearing my feedback.
Yeah.
And working through it, and like our relationship has definitely gotten better since.
I think a
We
lot
still
of
working on my dad. 'cause he's
parental
still a
trauma
nigga.
is a whole
Different thing.
Oh yeah,
different thing. And also the generation that raised us is very much the generation that don't talk about it, shut up and just do it. Even to the
dudes
point,
I say now as I do.
Yep.
right? Even to the point, I was having this conversation with somebody that was like, I guess what's those, the baby boomers? No, that's not the baby boomers.
Our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be.
Oh, the baby boomers.
Yeah.
And they were saying something like, "Why nobody want to work? Why everybody stay home?" I said, "Because they value their freedom, their
Mental
time,
health.
and mental health more than the dollar."
Yeah.
And they just the baby boomer generation can't understand that because in their mind, I don't care. We
And
just
like, and
go to
that's
work.
a part of understanding them and what they had to do to
To
survive
survive,
at the time.
right.
They had to assimilate.
Right.
So like, I went natural in college, and when I graduated and started going on job interviews, the first question my mother asked me was like, "You not gonna straighten your hair?"
Damn, that
But
sounds
that's
so
because
cringy.
they were taught, and like my mom didn't get a perm till she turned 18, so it's like she was natural most of her life.
Right.
But they were taught to be taken seriously in a professional setting. You have to assimilate. You have to be like them. So it's like
We're the
at the time-
anti-assimilation code. We like,
Oh yeah, we.
I'm wearing
fuck
this hoodie.
that. I'm doing what I'm gonna do. I'm coming up there with sleeves.
That
and
reminds me of
tattoos,
that. That reminds me of that tweet. How someone's like they tired of Gen Z and how they quit jobs and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for real?
It was like yeah. I wish I could find that.
I'm
tweet,
tired
yo.
of how boomers stay at jobs that they hate for their whole
30
lives.
years.
Yeah.
I think, but that's used to be their biggest accomplishment. A lot of baby boomers, their biggest accomplishment is I work for the same company for 30 years.
And getting
And
a
we-
job with a pension.
And we look at that like, are you stupid?
Well, also we don't got pensions that
That's
much.
true,
So
though.
it's like
But-
if we had pensions, we might think the same way. Like
Yeah, in our mind, that's not the right thing.
yeah. But okay, so y'all wanted to talk about.
I wish I could
Cigar.
find that tweet. Yeah.
Hold on, one thing. Well, how do y'all feel about y'all companies you work for? Y'all ever been on a conference call something and they call you a rock star? How y'all feel about being called a rock star?
I'm always the rock star. Except in my current job.
Rock star is a
Rock star to me, and from my experience, means that they are willing to do more than what you paying them for.
yeah.
And like you really calling me a rock star because I could probably go get 20,000 more at least if I left.
So rock star is a code word for. That's all right. I ain't gonna say it on here. Go ahead.
Because I've been called a rock star at a previous job that still is emailing me for help.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've been gone for like a year.
Oh, I found the tweet too. Yeah.
They still rock starring you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found the tweet. It's like saw this TikTok about this guy complaining about how unprofessional this new generation is with resigning jobs. He said his last employee quit by sending a text message that said, "It's giving shackled. I quit."
That's hilarious to me. It's giving shackled. I'm out.
Like, yo.
That's crazy. But I mean, I do. Professionalism is a spectrum.
Yeah.
Professionalism is usually anti-black.
Yeah.
Professionalism is usually anti-black because it's usually assimilation and also it's dealt in I can tell you whatever I want you to do, but you tell me nothing. Mm-hmm. So that's really what professionalism is in a lot of people's definition. The more you buck the system, or if you giving me opinions, you're not being professional.
And I think we lost that even more during the pandemic because it's like, I'm in my house. What's really professional? Like, because you can't tell me what to wear. I'm at home. Like, and so it's like, I think we lost even more of what that definition or perception of professionalism is, because it's like, you can only control but so much from with someone that's at their home.
When society can be assimilated in terms of if somebody can control what everybody's doing, saying, wearing, dressing, thinking, it's easier to keep you on a hamster wheel. Once
like
you
Apple
stop,
got y'all.
What?
Apple, the company.
Why you think that?
I think it's a cult. I can't wait till the docuseries about that shit come out.
You talking about as a cult that we use all their products?
Yeah.
I use their products for one simple reason.
I think Apple,
because they're dummy proof.
Yes.
It's the most simplistic phone, computer, tablets. It's made for senior citizens and geriatrics.
Right.
Apple products are not made for...
It was definitely made for older people, but their marketing is A1.
Their marketing
that's how they got you.
Marketing and aesthetic. It's really their sleek look of their products.
And their marketing, like, being a part of the majority.
A cult. Yeah.
That's why I said cult. That's
why I can't wait
till the docuseries come
out. Apple ain't shit.
Give it like 15 years and it's going to be a docuseries about Apple.
Oh, no, Apple ain't shit, just like, most of these companies.
Yeah, I was about to say, they all not shit. Yeah. They all got some little kids paying them 15 cents an hour to put y'all glass phones together.
Yo. Anyway, go ahead for the cigar game.
With an Android chip.
With a what?
Android chip.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
All the chips is made from Samsung.
Just like Macs are made on PCs because you got to really... To code, you really can't use a Mac to code. It's not the best. Not the best.
I mean, it's Linux, but...
Yeah, it's
a specialty.
Ubuntu, something crazy like that.
Ubuntu, yeah.
But go ahead, give us a cigar.
So one person that has recently been called a pick-me is this young lady that on a first date, she took a cigar. So she had been texting this guy, and he communicated to her that he appreciated cigars, and she like, oh, my dad got a whole cigar, collection. And so she stopped by her dad's house and was like, yo, let me get one of your cigars. I'm going on first date. He likes cigars. I'm gonna take him one. Then her mom was like, you can't just take it like that. So she wrapped it in some paper and put a little twine around it. It wasn't nothing special, honestly.
It's very thoughtful.
It was. And so she took it to their first date. They went out to like a wine bar, some other things, and she gave him the cigar, and he appreciated it. And she had also mentioned that she was trying to increase her album collection, so he took her to an album store, bought her album. It was very much a good date. Well, everybody online thought that she was either doing too much, that she was desperate, that women shouldn't buy things for men, all these things that people said about her, where to me, she was just being thoughtful.
I think just like I'm bringing you roses.
And it costed her nothing.
Right. I'm like bringing you roses or flowers, like it's a gesture of like, hey, my appreciation for your time. I don't think it's wrong with appreciation for your time.
And honestly, she got it for free. If somebody bringing you roses, 9 times out of 10, they ain't getting it for free.
$12.
Well, for starters, I like how inclusive her parents were in the process.
Yeah.
And people even had a problem with that. They like, why she talking to her parents about her first date?
Why
I'm
not?
like,
but
y'all
why
don't
not?
know healthy relationships.
I say, yo, that is a good...
That's what you learn.
Yeah, for real.
Because, like, if people feel like... I don't see anything wrong with someone being comfortable enough to tell their parents, like, I'm going on a first date. And their parents not making it more than what it is.
That means their lines of communication is very open.
I would
and
love
fluid.
for my child to tell me about that.
Right, I feel like that's beautiful,
but
being able to be that open with your
I
parents.
don't care how many first dates you go on. How was your experience? How was that journey?
I think we miss out on a lot of wisdom by not including parents and on a lot of stuff that they've already experienced and already have done. Yeah, I think Dots was always around. Hoes was always around.
But
niggas that wasn't shit.
But how many parents will
will
actually admit?
Well, that's the part.
And be willing to share.
Like they say, like, yeah.
And have created a relationship with their
back
children
in my
for
heyday.
them to be willing to share.
I mean, that's the part. Like, I think parents got to be willing to understand it. Like, talk about your ain't shit days. Don't just talk about
the good days. The wonder years.
Yeah, everybody wasn't just eating ice creams after church.
They was eating more than ice cream.
Somebody was buying ice cream.
Yeah, and it wasn't always you. Somebody was
So it's like, yeah, multiple ice creams.
Me and Mrs. Jones was a song, but that was not a recent song.
Right. But yeah,
it trumps anything Future's
They
done.
said she was operating her masculine energy.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, we talked about this.
More
I feel like
kindness
it's a balance of masculinity and femininity is what is really healthy.
And you know what those women that's saying she was wrong for that is? You know what they're operating in? Patriarchy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's nothing but patriarchy.
Yeah.
Because
if the masculine energy was that bad, there would have been no second date.
Yeah.
And there was.
And there was. And it was.
I believe a man should lead, but the same token is I believe a woman being kind is nothing wrong.
But also, I don't think her thoughtfulness was determined of like how the date was gonna go. If the date was gonna be bad, it was gonna be bad. But that doesn't take anything away from her being a thoughtful person.
Why is a man asking for? I really want to know the answer to this, and I don't want to be divisive. Why is the act? If I'm asking for kindness, gentleness, why are those?
You ask for too much.
Why are those seen as negative traits to ask for?
I think because of the perception that men are supposed to be strong and blah blah blah. I think it's unhealthy. I think it's toxic.
No, I'm saying no. You're asking for that out of your mate,
right?
Yeah. You're saying like, can you just be kind?
Because that's not what they received.
Be gentle. Yeah, we're gonna play that game. We're gonna be doing that next time.
I'm gonna say that you just gonna be doing tit for tat.
Yeah.
Everybody should be kind to one another.
That's not what they know.
Another. That's true, but that's not healthy.
It's not, but
so you should work to change that.
Only if you want to.
That's true.
That's a whole nother topic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think people have been together 30 years and still in toxic relationships.
Oh yeah.
You figure out how to operate in toxicity.
It's just a vicious cycle, and they just learn how to cycle it again.
Mm-hmm.
You said so people just get used to the toxic, living toxic.
Oh yeah.
They just know how to purify the air to be able to be for it to be breathable.
Do you believe in when somebody maybe it's not toxic to them though?
Sure.
I mean, you're probably right.
Or it might be, and they just accept it.
It's just like when you walk in somebody's house and they have the smell, but to them, it's not a smell. But to you,
because
like,
they got used to it.
Because they got used to it.
Yeah.
That's
I've
dumb.
definitely been there.
That's why absolute truths are important. It stinks.
But it might not stink.
I'm gonna say it might not. But see, the thing, I think that's a misperception.
That's their pheromones.
Actually, I think that's a misperception too. Because just because it has a smell doesn't mean that it stinks.
Oh no.
But it's just a tip. Like he's like, oh, know what? I could tell you just left from your house, as opposed from you've been outside, or you came from here or there.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess the finish this episode is I do celebrate Valentine's Day now. I always didn't. Just let y'all know. I just started celebrating Valentine's Day 3 years ago. Me and my wife.
How long y'all been married?
We've been married this year before.
4 years, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So y'all while y'all were dating, y'all never celebrated.
Not really. Nah. It's not a real holiday.
So did you get her things?
No, we didn't celebrate.
No, okay. So y'all, neither one of y'all was like, yeah.
But it's a work. It's been a work in progress through.
Yeah, we figured we why not?
Because and that's my perception of it. Because I mean, most holidays are fake days,
right?
But my perception of it is like, why not have a special day? And it don't have to be Valentine's Day. Special days could be any random day,
right? But I mean, I figure I do love her.
Yeah. So why not? Yeah.
So why not celebrate Love Day?
I feel like that's how. Because I went through a period in my very pro blackness. Where I was like, fuck Thanksgiving. I'm not even going to eat on Thanksgiving. I'm never saying happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
But
I'm not starving myself for blackness.
Well, I didn't starve. It was just like, I'm not doing all this extra stuff. But then I also came to the understanding that one, most of the holidays we celebrate aren't for like their original purpose.
Right. Not at all.
And two, like, we have changed the definition of what it is. And I don't mind spending a day saying that I'm thankful for things or highlighting the things that I'm thankful for while sharing a meal and spending time with my family.
Right.
So like I just started saying happy Thanksgiving again this past Thanksgiving because it's like, okay, this is stupid. Like
I'm going to say, especially for me, Thanksgiving's been a time where I probably spend my most time spent with family.
With family, yeah. So like it's
I probably won't see them throughout like the rest of the year. Like Christmas, we don't see each other because everyone has their own families to celebrate with.
Right.
So at this point, Thanksgiving is literally probably the only holiday.
Yeah.
Everybody collectively gets around.
And it's a shared culture.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I think collectively we went through a period of understanding like the purpose of Thanksgiving is bullshit. Right. But we are very much aware of that. Mm-hmm. And we have redefined, like, you know how people reclaim slut and hoe? We have redefined what Thanksgiving
a whole nother conversation
is for us and how we choose to spend the day, I think. And so I think it's important to still...
Hoes get paid, sluts don't, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Because hoes is usually by a pimp.
Prostitutes get paid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Hoes and sluts just have fun.
We should get a...
Hoes and sluts is like recreation.
Oh, I would love to have a prostitute.
Worker. A sex worker would be dope.
That would be
nice. A sex worker?
Yeah.
To what degree?
It could be. So I
A
mean,
lot
we
of sex
already
workers.
technically had a sex worker.
I'm
We had
saying
a girl with an OnlyFans.
Yeah, but
That's sex
that's
work.
that's why I asked to what degree, because if it's
Oh.
going like straight OnlyFans or sex workers, I'm pretty sure there's someone I know that I could bring on here.
Okay. Yeah, we might do that. I like that.
I gotta see it. I might have to resubscribe to see if they still active.
Resubscribe.
Yeah, I would love to talk to a.
Let
There's
me-
a couple.
I'm gonna
things I would
resubscribe
love
and
to
see if
talk
if they still active. I'll reach out to
I
them.
want a white
I would
person,
love
too.
to
Y'all
have
got a
like
white
a
person?
sugar baby.
You said what?
We gotta get a white person on here. We've never had a white person on our pod.
Oh, I got two candidates for that.
They white?
White,
No.
white. No, they're not sex workers, but they're white. One is white Asian,
Oh,
and one is white and gay.
I like the white Asian. That's a mix.
He's been actually
That's
been,
Asian, right?
he's actually been trying to get on here.
Oh yeah, bring the
I was
Asian.
gonna say,
Yeah.
y'all talked about this.
Yeah,
before.
he's been trying to get. I can literally show you the text. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get on the podcast, B." I said, "Yeah, we actually been talking about getting you on here." Yeah.
Right, I was about to say.
Oh, for real? He
Yeah,
first
we had
gen?
this conversation.
First gen, second?
Actually, first. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna
That's
show
a
you.
life. He lived a life.
Hey, I'm gonna show. No, I'm gonna show you his IG.
Oh yeah, first
His-
gen. I ain't gonna lie to you. That is one thing I want to. That could be an episode too.
Honestly,
first
We call it.
generation
but the
That will
crazy-
be fresh off the
but
boats.
the crazy thing is, I think I want him and his twin brother on here at the same time.
Oh, for real? They total
He's-
opposites.
No, they're the same, but it's how like he's literally like working, like he works in sales,
Mhm.
but his brother works in real estate,
Okay.
but he's military. He was military at
Oh.
first, and now he's
Oh, so
real
he's
estate.
probably more white.
But I mean, but
By practice, not by gene.
but the funny part is how I met him at HBCU.
Okay.
That's wild.
They,
You gotta get him.
whites, Asians, and people that don't live here get the best scholarships at HBCU.
Why is the black people? I'm just saying.
We
Minority
always
groups.
concerned with
We
others.
will.
And they
we
were-
will take in
and-
all other
and-
It's in our
minorities.
nature. It's in our nature.
And they were athletes there. One was
That's the reason that they
one-
all get the best scholarships.
Wow.
We
One
had a
was on the
whole
track
bowling
team. The other one was a basketball.
black person at my HBC.
Dang.
And one was a basketball player.
We had an equestrian team with one black person.
Y'all had
at my
equestrian at Del State.
It's Delaware. Yes.
What's that?
You're right.
Horse ride.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, you're right. You're right.
It's Delaware.
But time out. They don't have it at UMES though.
That would make more sense.
That's on UMES.
UMES got the land and the horses.
Because honestly, UMES and Del State are pretty parallel in my eyes.
They are.
Equally as country.
Yes.
They are.
And
But we
that,
got it and they
that's
don't.
why it threw me off that you said y'all had one, and I know for a fact y'all are in the same division.
We
same
own
conference.
horses. We own planes. We own.
And fucking Princess Anne is
Yeah.
probably some of the countryest shit in America.
Oh yeah, that's real country.
But we own horses.
Well, let's get out of here. Happy Black History Month to y'all.
Happy Black History Month.
If
Happy
y'all haven't
Love
watched
Month.
Day.
our last episode, Ungrateful, make sure you find something to be grateful for. Make sure you follow. I forgot Ron's
Grounded and Grateful.
Grounded and Grateful. Follow Grounded and Grateful.
Grounded Gratitude. or
Instagram.
something.
Grounded and Gratitude. I'm sorry, Ron. Don't beat
Yes.
us up. But
He
go in there and drop
ain't
something.
beating you up. He ain't beating me up.
The giveaway. We're gonna drop the giveaway on Instagram this week because we got something to
Make
give away.
make
to
sure
you.
y'all holler at the post and say what y'all grateful for.
Holla at the post. That's crazy.
It's
All right,
also
holla at the
Heart
post.
Month. Check on y'all hearts. Make sure y'all healthy. Go to y'all
Isn't
doctors.
every month? It's not like every month is Heart Month, man.
No, it's February. 'Cause
Every
you
month
supposed
is a
to-
different
the other
illness.
day
Yeah, I'm
was
gonna
Go
say it's
Red
different,
Day.
but I feel like a lot of illnesses go back to the
Y'all
heart.
ever look at the calendar for the days and you be like, oh, today is eyeball day?
Yes.
Like, oh shit.
Because that's what I use for
Yeah,
content
it's a
planning.
national day every day.
It's a national day every
That's
day.
what I use for content planning. You
Oh wow.
plan it around those random days.
Anyway, we
I'm about to
out.
say like
Okay.
what was it? Valentine's Day is what, tomorrow? Well, the day after, the day before this podcast drops.
Mm-hmm.
But that means we're 30 days away from steak and blowjob day.
30. No, it's 28.
It's 28 days.
Steak
You're
and
right. Yeah,
blowjob.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's only
It's only 28
February.
days. You're right.
Steak and
Yeah.
blowjob.
Yeah.
You never had that 314? Yeah, 314 steak and blowjob day.
Yeah,
You get a steak.
that's
and
how.
a
It
blow-
was,
shout-
that's
and
why I was
shout-
born that day.
I'm gonna say and shout out to Sid. That's her birthday.
You know
Pie
what?
day.
Yeah.
Your parents talked about that?
No.
Hey,
My
yo.
parents talked to me about that.
Your mother was just like, it's steak and blowjob day.
No, I had
Hey.
to find it out
But
on
see,
the
I
internet.
said
Like,
before steak and it's always pie day.
it's also Pi Day.
3.14.
3.14
that used to fuck me up in
1592.
Yeah, I used to know up until like the first 10 digits after.
You know, I just
I
learned.
think it's 3.
And they never repeat.
1592.
I just learned with the 13.1 on the back of people's car meant. I'm like, that's a marathon shit.
You just learned what?
On the back of people's car, you put your marathon. So if you write 13.1, it's like,
Oh yeah, that's a 5K.
why nobody
Yeah.
told me? I'm like, am I supposed to figure it out? I see all the little kids. I said, all right, that's all the kids they got. Then I see the 13.1. I'm like, what is 13?
No.
America.
I said, why don't I got?
That's a half a marathon.
That's half. Yeah.
26.
It's 26 is the full marathon.
Yeah. So I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I'm driving. I said, all right, that's all their kids. You know, they got the kids.
Yeah.
It's a 5K
They
and
be
10K.
having the dog.
Yeah, the dog. I said, okay, that's all their kids and dog. Oh, you got 3? Wow. All right. Then
Not
I'm like,
you reading all the stickers.
then I'm like 13.1.
Yeah, that's a half.
And I'm
a
like,
marathon.
everybody got that. I said, why don't I got one? And
Why?
I said,
Because you.
and I look for the sticker. I'm just like, oh, I didn't run shit. I shouldn't get one.
I didn't run.
Yeah, I'm a non-athletic nigga.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what's a 0? I should get a 0.
Oh my god.
Tack it on the back. But,
Just go ahead and get a
that's
Harry
another
Potter
episode
sticker,
of
yeah?
Unsolicited Views. Make sure you like, subscribe, and listen. We'll be
comment.
back with the starter pod. Will be back next week. Mel. So
I'll
we
be
try to
out.
hold it down. Oh, you where you going?
Cancun.
Hot girl winner.
I've been
Hey,
trotting.
always be a hot girl.
You going another birthday? 30th?
Mm-hmm.
Got that. Everybody turned 30. All inclusive?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Little mariachi bands?
Probably.
Mariachi.
There we go. Mariachi. All right, we'll holler at y'all. Thank you.
We
Peace.
out.
We out.